Hello everyone! I have not filmed a video in here in a while. I used to film in my closet really regularly when I first started my channel because my sons were still home a lot and it was just quieter in here. But right now I'm filming in my closet because I am in the midst of unpacking. So I've got my personal item bag right here. We just got back from a 10-night trip to Tokyo, Japan. Unbelievable. And we weren't just in Tokyo, we were actually all over the country. So if you want to watch those travel vlogs, make sure you head over to Jen Lefforge, which is my travel content channel where I do my vlogs, and they will be there. But I did the video before I left telling you everything that was in my personal item bag. And today I am bringing you the video letting you know what worked in here, what didn't. We are very informal today. I don't know if you can hear, I have a little bit of a cold. No, it's not COVID. But between that and jet lag, I'm just kind of starting to get back into the groove of things. And as I was unpacking this bag, I thought, you know what? We're just going to film this video now while it's top of mind. So it was a 12-hour flight there. We actually spent the night in LAX. So we flew Atlanta, LAX, which is about a 4.5-ish hour flight. And then we spent the night in LAX, 12 hours from LAX to Haneda. And then on the way back, we flew back through LA. It's a lot shorter on the way back. It's only around 10 hours. And then back on our connecting flight from LA to Atlanta, which again was, just about 4 hours. So a lot of time in the air and not as much time as some. I know if you live like in Australia or New Zealand, some places like that, you guys fly 15, 16 hours and don't even think about it. But for me, a 12-hour flight was a long time. Put a lot of intentionality into packing to make sure that I had everything that I would need or want during the flight. And I did pretty well. I had a few things that really surprised me that I took. And I'll start with the one that shocked me the most. And that was my neck pillow. Now, you guys know when I left, I was kind of dubious as to whether or not this would work. And I kind of want to show you, I don't know if it's going to bother my microphone, but like how you do it. And really you do it however you want, but you wrap it around like this. And then you can, I'm sure that's going to cover up the mic, but then you can position it to either be, if you like to sleep this way, you can put it in the window and lean up against it if you're on the window. It has a lot of flexibility to it. I was shocked how well I slept with this thing. Like, I have not had good luck with neck pillows. I've done videos where I've talked about why I don't travel with a neck pillow, but it did remarkably well. So I will link this below. I promised you guys I would give an honest review. It's by Be Cozy, B-C-O-Z-Z-Y, or Be Cozy, but probably Be Cozy, and loved it. Now, I did figure out that if I put it in the laptop sleeve, it kind of smushes it down and it doesn't really take up very much space at all. But yeah, this item was great. In fact, on the way back, I used it more than on the way there. I was just really excited on the way there. And I slept over 5 hours on the flight back, which for me is unheard of. So I credit this, but also let me show you the other item that ended up working great. And that is this eye mask. So imagine how ridiculous I looked. I had that on. Now this I do have to show you guys, my noise canceling headphones, which I knew that I was going to be happy that I took those. Those were a no-brainer. But let me show you what I looked like with these on. And then I put this on over that and attached it in the back. And this is what I looked like while I was sleeping. But let me tell you, oh my gosh, I got such a good rest, such a good rest. So yeah, this I will also link below. I don't even remember the name of the brand on this. It's called Fresh Me Cotton Sleep Mask, F-R-E-S-H-M-E. I think the reason it worked so much better than other eye masks I've had in the past is because it wrapped all the way around and there was no strap. So there was very little pressure on my eyes. I do not do well when sleep masks have pressure on my eyes. And this one was just so cozy and so comfortable. So that was phenomenal. One other item that I actually didn't show in my packing video. In fact, I know I washed it. It should be here somewhere. Let me see if I can grab it. Hold on just a second and I'll grab something that I want to make sure that I mentioned to you was kind of a game changer as far as me being able to get really good sleep. So hold please. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you. This is the 3-yard wrap from Blue Salt, and I have had this for, I don't know, how long have I had this? Maybe 2 years now, and it is amazing because I just wear it. You can wear it however you want. She's got all kinds of ideas on the website on how you can wear it. I just wear it kind of like this, just around my neck, but you could wear it as a scarf. You can do whatever jaunty type fashion thing you want to do. But the reason it's so great for sleeping is it's a little personal item blanket. And it's actually pretty darn big, so you can really cover yourself up with it. They do disinfect and rewrap the airplane blankets, so I don't have a problem using the airplane blankets, but it is just so much cozier and softer to have something that is this soft. And this is meant to mimic cashmere, but it's machine washable and dryable, and it is a lot of money, but price per wear, I have gotten so much use out of this. It will be going with me when we fly to California next month. It will be going with me when I go to Rome in June. And it's just, it just because it smells like me and it's my home and all of the things. So anyway, the Blue Salt 3-yard wrap, absolutely love it for travel. It went with me. It was amazing. So where are we? We knew that the Bose noise canceling headphones would work. The MyCharge portable battery, this was essential in Japan. There are on most of like the Shinkansen, the bullet trains, there are chargers you can use. And in Japan, everything is the 2-prong. So if you have items like a laptop charger or a blow dryer that are the 3 prongs here in the US, those you might want an adapter for, but anything you have that only has 2 prongs is fine to just plug into the regular outlet. And this thing charges fast. It enabled me to have charge for my phone, my son to have charge for his phone, and you're using apps a lot to navigate in Japan. We used one called Navitime, I think it's called, Japan something. I'll put a link to it below. But you're on your phone a lot, and you want to make sure that your phone is charged. It's a security issue, all the things. So I will list this below. I actually found it at Costco for way cheaper than you can buy it in the store. So if you are a Costco member, check there first. But it has a lightning cable for an iPhone, and then if you have the other kind, there's also a little USB-C charger here as well, and because you don't need any other cables. So that worked great. I kind of knew that it would. What else is in here? Oh, my compression socks. I have an extra pair tucked in here just to show you guys. These worked so great. I did end up liking the Target ones better than the Sockwell ones. The Sockwell ones were just too tight, but wearing the compression socks, I did not swell at all. And that is very strange for me for an international flight. I was super, just impressed with the fact that I didn't have any issues. So definitely highly praise the compression socks. These are fairly inexpensive from Target. I want to say they're 2 pair for $25. So if you have long travel coming up or long haul flights, even for long car rides, these are a fantastic idea. If you are a Succession fan, there's kind of an ongoing compression sock joke going on this season, and it's funny and not funny, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about if you're watching Succession. Okay, now this I did not mention in the video, but I took this again and again. It is such a heavy hitter for me. Palette by Pack, and this is the Fiverr. And let me just show you. So I loaded this with my night cream when I left, and I was gone 10 nights, and there is still probably 1 or 2 nights left in there. I also loaded up, and I just happen to know what my different numbers are, but that's number 4. That's the day cream. That one's pretty much used up. If you go, oh, and this one is still completely full. So if you guys are like, I'm not sure that that holds enough of product for me, it totally does. What I have in here is 1 and 2 are my curl cream for my hair, 3 is my night cream, and 4 and 5 are both my day cream because I tend to use more of that than I do the night cream. But this thing, bringing this into the bathroom, because I was doing my makeup in another part of the hotel room, but just having this in the bathroom was so handy, easy to get to during the flight if I wanted to put like some moisturizer on my face. For my next long haul flight, I may put like some hand cream in here so I'm not messing with that. And it's so secure, you don't have to worry about it leaking. This has just been a go-to for me for a while now, and I absolutely love it. So that went and worked great. This little bag was what I put all of my absolute essentials for the flight in. Pretty much used everything in here. The one thing I would say 100% made me feel more human on this flight were these little things right here, and they are gone. I don't know why I have an empty thing in here. I should have thrown this away, but now I'm glad that I didn't because I could show it to you. Every time I went to use the airplane bathroom, I took these with me, stuck them in my pocket, and wiped down everything in the bathroom before I used it. I'm sure it's mostly psychological, but you guys, it made such a huge difference. I just felt so much just cleaner, safer, better. I knew that the bathroom was cleaner than it had been. Obviously, I'm not going to be in there scrubbing the floors, but this just made a huge difference for me. So it's such a small thing, but having some Clorox wipes in your little go bag so that you can grab that to go into the bathroom, that makes a huge difference. I did end up using, although I had a bit of a fail with this, the Subtle Beauty little stack. I reviewed this separately here on my channel. I actually really liked this. The problem is I didn't have a mirror. So if I wanted to use it, I would have had to have gone in the airplane bathroom. So I did not really use this on the flight. I did use it during the trip. But just a little pro tip on this. If you're going to pack it thinking you're going to use it on the airplane, make sure you actually take a mirror. Okay, now this next item ended up being a fail, but for a different reason than you probably think. So this is the little Bluetooth transmitter, the AirFly, which I love and I've used on many, many flights, but we were in the bulkhead. And because of the way that the setup was with the charging thing and where you would have to plug in your headphones, there was no way, I don't think, for me to connect it. It was fine because I just used my wire cable and it wasn't a problem on the way back because we didn't have that bulkhead seat. But yeah, this did not work for me because of the setup of the entertainment system. So this got like a 50%. Normally though, I love this. If you work with any kind of, your Apple AirPods or the Bose Bluetooth, although these also will plug in to the in-flight entertainment. It comes with the cable, so that wasn't that big of a deal. The little disposable Air Wisp toothbrushes, of course, they worked great. I still have a couple in here. These are brilliant. You don't need water. You can just freshen up your mouth. Makes a huge difference. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. I mean, my pen, of course, although interestingly, we ended up not having to fill anything out because for entry into Japan, we had done everything through the Fly Japan, I think it's called, website ahead of time, and we had QR codes, so we actually didn't need a pen. And on the way back, they didn't have us fill anything out for the US. So, there you go. Oh, this was a fail. So when we got to Japan, I thought I had packed plenty of disposable contacts, but, or not disposable, but daily. I had actually packed more. I have 2 different prescriptions in each eye, and I had packed more of one and not enough of the other. So I had barely enough, but I do have one backup pair here in my bag. So I don't know what that has to do with anything other than just a message to those of you that are smart to make sure you check that you have enough of your daily contacts and that you've taken the correct amount for each eye, because I had a ton of 3s and not enough of 275. So anyway, all right, what else is in here that was in that video that I definitely used or didn't use on the flight? I think that might be, I feel like I mentioned more in that video. Oh, my little makeup remover wipes, definitely used these because when I decided on the flight it was time for me to sleep, took my makeup off, put on my moisturizer. I did all of that. So that worked out great. These we bought in the airport. I did not have these in the packing video, and I really wish I had had them, so bought those in the airport. So highly recommend having some mints in your bag. It just makes you, again, with me and the feeling, more human. Okay, so my e-reader. Let's talk about that for a minute. This is the Kindle Paperwhite. Of course, I used it. I ended up not reading Memoirs of a Geisha. So I am a survivor of sexual assault when I was in high school. And stories that involve especially young girls and all of that really tend, I have PTSD, so I really have to watch what I read. And I got about 3 chapters in and realized I couldn't handle it. So ended up reading Molly Shannon's autobiography, which all of a sudden I can't remember the name of it. Let me see if I can get it to come up. Where is it? Should be in my library. This book was so friggin' good. I can't even express, you guys. It was just so friggin' good. It took me a minute to get into it, but once I got into the book, I mean, I was on the plane just bawling my eyes out. I know there's a way for me to go back home to look at what was it called Hello, Molly? Yes, it was. It's called Hello, Molly by Molly Shannon. I read half of it on the way there, and then I ended up finishing it on the way back. And oh my God, you guys, such a good book. But love this e-reader, and I really love the way that this case is because I could set it up like a little easel so I didn't have to hold it. So that was really great for the airplane. So this was well used and well loved. One item that I did not initially bring, but did end up bringing on the way back is a couple of trash bags. I had trash bags because in Tokyo, there are not a lot of public garbage cans. So people generally bring a little trash bag, they fill up their trash, and then they throw away their trash either when they get home or at the train station. So I had a bunch of trash bags, but they were packed in my suitcase, which was up above. And a lot of times, and you guys know this if you've ever flown long haul, they're not coming around to collect trash as often, or you have generated trash and you just don't have anywhere to put it. So I wish I had brought maybe a Ziploc would have been great. I had this one with some clean paper towels in it, which was super helpful. But I wish I had had a just empty Ziploc bag for the trash that I was personally generating so that I could categorize it all, because you don't really have anywhere to put stuff. So trash just ends up on the floor, and that's disgusting. So that is going on my list for my next long haul flight, is to make sure that I pack a Ziploc bag for my own personal trash. I am going to go start putting this crap away in a way that is organized so that I'm ready for my next trip. My next trip is actually coming up in just a few weeks, but it's a personal vacation, so I won't be vlogging, but I do need to have, my stuff in a stack and organized. So you guys know I'm very big on that when I first get back from a trip, making sure that everything gets organized and put back where it belongs. So I realize this was really chatty, but I hope that you enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And it would really help me if you would make sure and give this video a big thumbs up. And if you have not joined us on Patreon yet, that is basically how I get paid for the work that I do. What I do is the money that I make from Google AdSense from the videos, that's what goes into my travel. But how I get paid for my time, because I don't do sponsored videos, is from Patreon. That's how it's possible for me to be a travel vlogger. And as I say all the time, without Patreon, I would still travel. You just wouldn't know about it. So if you enjoy this content, you have our patrons to thank for it. And if you'd like to join us over there, it's as little as $5 a month, and you get blog posts. We have a secret Instagram, all kinds of great things. And I think it's just a really fantastic community. So I would love it if you would join us over there. All right, that's it for today. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.